Hey, I was actually just about to go to bed. You can probably tell from the no makeup and the pajamas. Sorry, can't really do a video right now. Maybe tomorrow. Good night anyway. Well, we could take a look at something, I suppose. Well, I can't really be asked to set up a console, so we'll have to do something on the PC. Which gives me the perfect excuse to talk about a game that I've wanted to do on this channel for quite some time. Pajama Sam. Oh no! Pajama Sam in No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside is the first entry in the Pajama Sam franchise, a series of point-and-click adventure games developed by Humongous Entertainment. Sam is a blue 6-year-old child who loves reading comic books, specifically ones about his favourite superhero, Pajama Man, a grown man who wears pajamas, shines a flashlight into people's eyes, and then somehow sucks them into a lunchbox. I'm not really into superhero movies myself, but I can't deny I'd watch the hell out of Batman vs Pajama Man. However, Sam's late night reading comes to an abrupt end when his mum comes in and tells him that it's time to go to bed.
Okay, Sam, you remember tonight's the night we go to sleep with the lights off.
Don't worry about me, Mom. I'm ready.
Sam acts confident, but that facade all falls apart when he remembers that the night is terrifying. Not wanting to let his fears get to him, Sam decides to take the fight straight to Darkness, who is a being that apparently lives in Sam's closet.
I can't sleep with Darkness hanging around in my closet. I'm gonna have to capture him.
Hell, it's better than half of WWE's writing these days. Before Sam can go into his closet and capture Darkness, he first needs to find 3 essential items. His mask, flashlight and lunchbox are all hidden somewhere in his room, and it's our job to find them. Interacting with objects in these games is as simple as pointing and clicking. Hence the name of the genre. If I'm going too fast for you, please let me know. After locating Sam's gear and being generally terrified of all the creepy shit in his room, it's time to move out.
Alright, I'm ready for action. Alright, Darkness, here comes Pajama Sam. Hello? Is anybody in here? Darkness? Hello? Whoa! Wow! Yeah!
So here we are in the land of darkness. Isn't it just great? In all honesty though, I absolutely love this art style. The dark purples and blues, the strange angles, and the general way things are drawn is just pleasing to me. The Land of Darkness itself is actually a really neatly designed place. If you look around, you can see that the environment is actually partially made from everyday items that you'd find in a child's bedroom, leading some to theorize that this entire game actually takes place within Sam's imagination. These people are wrong. Sam fell through a portal in his closet and is now in another dimension. It's canon. The next screen finds us at a bridge, under which is a floating wooden plank, which, I don't know about you guys, is just screaming important to me.
Important!
However, we can't reach it, so it looks like we'll have to move on. Going over the bridge and past some trees, we...
Whoa!
Customs inspection. Well, what have we here?
Hey!
Looks like a flashlight and a signature edition all-metal Pajama Man lunchbox. Did you declare these before entering the land of darkness, young man?
Yeah, so trees are assholes in this game. More on that later. So after stealing all of our stuff and reverting back into stealth mode, we're left stuck in this trap. Sadly, there's no option for Sam to gnaw his own leg off, so we're gonna be here for a while.
I can't get over there. I'm tied to a tree.
Well, that's hardly my problem, Sam. If you could, I don't know, just climb up the rope and untie it, we wouldn't be in this situation. Oh.
You can borrow that if you like.
Creepy blue tree lady! Run, Sam! Run!
Run! Fucking run!
Thankfully, we not only made it out with our lives, but also this sweet rope, which of course, being a skilled adventure game player, I figure out we used to get that plank from earlier.
The darkness of the afterlife is all that awaits you now. May you find more peace in that world than you found in this one.
Moving on, we come to a fork in the road with 3 different locations to go to. The mines, a giant treehouse where darkness lives, and... Boat dock?
It says boat dock.
Oh, so it does. Whenever I play this game, I always go to the boat dock first because it has one of my favourite characters. At the dock, we meet Otto, a, shall we say, special boat. We ask him for a ride across the river, but he explains that that's not possible because...
I can't go in the water, I'd sink. I'm made of wood, you know.
But wood floats.
No, I don't think so. I had this friend and he told me the story about his dentist brother who, he was made of wood and he got in the water and he sank.
Really?
Straight to the bottom. It's so scary. I wish I'd been a car.
I think your friend was wrong. Wood floats in the water.
Oh, I wish that were true.
So, obviously, we have to somehow convince Otto that wood floats in water. Luckily, we picked up that plank earlier, which thankfully is enough to do the trick. We sail Otto across the river, Sam gets his stupid child-sized head stuck in a log, and we come across a trio of completely normal-looking trees. We move past them and... Hold! For fuck's sake! They won't let me through because apparently this road is exclusively for trees. Good to know we can add being racist to the list of crimes that trees have committed in this game. I decided to deploy some psychological warfare on these snobs by wearing a dead tree on my head, leaving them so traumatized they can't even move to stop me. Once past the trees we find... well, to be honest, not a whole lot. In fact, this entire area seems to be completely useless in this playthrough. Although there is this really sassy wishing well.
My name's Sam.
You can call me Calnibonics.
Where'd you get a name like that?
I didn't say it was my name. I just said you could call me that, if you want to.
Alright, so across the river was a bust. Heading down, however, takes us to a small shack, next to which we find an oil can, and inside we find a hammer, which Sam generously makes sure still works for us. Down some rapids and inside a cave we find the lunchbox, although we can't reach it yet because nothing in this game is easy. To get out of this cave we actually have to ride gee, I don't know what that is. Otto, can you help me out?
That's a geyser.
A what?
A geyser. It's kind of a hot spring that spurts up water and steam every so often. It works kind of like a coffee percolator. Water in passages deep down where the rocks are hot gets heated up to the point where it would normally turn into steam.
Next stop is the mines, where we find the depressed minecart king. Or is it Jing? Zing? I don't know how it's pronounced. He's depressed because... well, we'll let him explain.
See, I used to roll all over the place on this here track. Up, down, sideways, loop-de-loop. But then I got rushed.
Rust?
Yeah, rust. See, my wheels are rusted stiff, so I'm stuck right here on this spot. Can't move at all.
Gee, that's too bad.
So it looks like he needs our help to get moving again. A couple of drops of oil from our trusty oil can and he's free to... do that, I suppose. Going deeper into the mines, we find a pickaxe, an unfinished tunnel marked with numbers, and a section of the mine that claims to be filled with gold, but I think I did something wrong, because when I went into it, I just ended up coming back out the entrance again. Weird. With the river and the mines explored, I guess it's time to enter Darkness's house. Rather than have a normal door, whoever built this house decided it would be much better to use a stone-powered elevator, which just does not look safe in the slightest. Hold on, sunshine. Land of Darkness, health and safety. That is a death trap, completely against all regulations currently in place. I don't care when it was built, it's unsafe and a hazard to public safety. The whole site needs to be closed off. Once inside the house, we head towards the kitchen because I'm not this fat by accident. The kitchen itself is actually a really fun place to click around in. Everything in here sings, and it's just so fun to string them all together into one long song, like a stage musical.
I've got digging down to a science. I'm the biggest household appliance.
Love to cut, slice, mince, and splash. My job's a run without much cash.
I'm playing a game that's made for kids. I'll never get laid so long as I live. Next door to the kitchen is the lounge, which is oh hey, look, it's my mask.
Whoa! What happened? Hello?
So, you can see the problem here. Sam's mask is underneath the sofa's leg, and she refuses to move while we're in the room. So I guess we'll have to come back to this one later. Maybe upstairs will be less creepy. Ah! Abort! Abort! Upstairs is not less creepy!
The Brain Tickler!
These talking slabs of nightmare fuel are actually the hosts of a game show, and they won't let us pass through them until we answer 4 questions correctly. For the game's intended age group, some of the questions are actually pretty difficult. And I'm not just saying that because I got one of them wrong.
Whose face is depicted on the Sphinx?
King Tut.
No, I'm sorry. King Tut was an obscure Egyptian king who only ruled for 10 years.
Whatever! Who cares? King Tut, King Nefertiti, it's Egypt! Ancient Egypt isn't even real! It's fake! The pyramids are just grain silos! Once you've answered 4 questions correctly, you can pass through the doors of knowledge into the oh good lord, is anywhere in this house normal? How about in here? Nope. Well, how about down in here? Oh.
Pardon? Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, how about in here? The music room. This looks like it could be fun. How you guys doing?
We're fine. Thank you for asking.
I'm not. In fact, I'm downright downbeat.
Oh? How come?
Because I ain't got nobody.
Down the corridor of doors, we find a grandfather clock who... God, I don't know why. I just don't feel like talking to you right now.
Of course, I've been here a long time.
Yeah, that's nice, Gramps. I'm just gonna play with your face for a bit and then steal one of your internal cogs. See ya, loser. Through here is a study made almost entirely of books. That chair cannot be comfortable. And I'm not even gonna go into the logistics of reading a book off of another book. Speaking of which, what does it say, Sam?
The Book of Clues. To see what you have never seen, you must push in only green.
Push in green? Push it? What the hell does that even... Oh. So we go through the revolving bookcase, have to take a shortcut through the mines and run back to the house, and we pick up the magnet, which we can now use in the caves to retrieve the lunchbox.
Hey, I've got an idea.
What are you gonna do with that?
Magnets attract metal, you know.
Oh no, I don't think they do.
Why do I get the feeling that Otto was the kind of boat who just sat at the back of the class eating glue? Boat glue. So, 1 item down, 2 to go. And it's only taken me most of the video. Staying on the river, I try to cross a bridge to see what's on the other side, but the bridge itself won't let me unless I pay him £1 of gold. Yes, as it turns out, there is in fact gold in the mines. I actually had to click on a certain path after entering the tunnel in order to find it. And here we are, Gold City. Come on, Sam, get as much as you can. We're rich!
Look at all this gold I got.
Since you're fabulously rich, how about sharing the wealth a little? Say, let me have a small piece, huh?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's
After getting the gold, we can finally cross the bridge, and it turns out to lead to a park with, the cheese? Oh look, a sentient pencil.
I'm the most important member of the Land of Darkness construction crew.
Yeah, I don't care about your life story. You're just property and you're coming with me. We take the pencil back to the mines and use him to connect the numbered dots that were blocking a tunnel. And then a construction crew clears the way in a manner that must be breaking so many safety regulations, I think the health and safety guy just had a heart attack. Nope, heart attacks are against regulations. Inside that cave we find the flashlight, but it's stuck on a random piece of track with seemingly no way to get to it except with this convenient winch! We fix the broken winch with a gear we got from Grandpa, hoist ourselves up, and retrieve the flashlight with a perfect 10 jump. Now all that's left is the mask, which, if you remember, is stuck under a sofa's leg. To solve this puzzle, we first have to go downstairs into a secret laboratory. In here, you can make all kinds of potions that do all sorts of weird and funny things. We can make a marshmallow, we can be the queen, we can make it rain. But the one we're here for is invisibility. However, it needs blue, which is sadly not an option on the table. On the bright side, it appears that blue is just on the shelf here. So, Mrs. Chair, if you could just stand there for me. Way to go, Sam! You broke that woman's leg. In order to fix the leg of, I don't know, Mrs. Charrington, we need to find a nail. I searched for ages trying to find a nail that we could use, and it turns out that it's back in the mines. Like, why is everything in the mines in this playthrough? To get the nail, we have to use a magnet to... Good lord, how powerful is that thing? Fucking hell, Sam! That could have gone horribly wrong. Like this. With Mrs. Chairsburg fixed, I can reach the blue and make the invisibility potion. Now all we need to do is get upstairs, take back my mask from the lounge, and we have all the items we need to capture darkness.
Okay, this is it. This is the big one. Alright, I'm ready.
As we enter the door, we realise that darkness is not in fact in his room. His room, which, by the way, looks like a near-carbon copy of Sam's room. Implications. However, there's a sinister knocking coming from the closet, so it looks like we'll have to check in there. If only we had the key. That's too many keys! Okay, one of these keys just has to be the right one. Oh hey, it was in here. And now we can go in the closet.
Watch out, darkness. Here comes Pajama Sam. Darkness? It is I, Pajama Sam. I've come to vanquish you.
Vanquish? Is that fun?
I'm gonna capture you and lock you in my signature edition all-metal Pajama Man lunchbox.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound like fun at all. Why would you want to put me in a box?
So I won't have to be scared of you anymore?
You're scared. I'm the one who's going to be stuck in the box. Oh dear, no one ever wants to come over and play fun games with me.
You like to play games?
Yes, but I never have anyone to play with. At night, when I come out, everybody's asleep.
You mean you don't have any friends?
Well, no.
So, as it turns out, darkness was never really evil. He was simply a lonely elemental shade who just wanted to play with children in the closet. And in the end, we learned that sometimes our fears can seem a lot bigger than they really are, and that sometimes we should just learn to... Why was he locked inside his own closet? Why did he do that? Why was he in there, locked away? Has he escaped now? Why must he watch me sleep, mother? And that was Pajama Sam 1. So how does it hold up? In my opinion, fantastically. This game is super fun, even for a 21-year-old, which is how old I am now. The lesson of not being afraid of small things like the dark isn't exactly something that I need as an adult, but for kids, it's definitely a lesson worth teaching. On top of that, the game looks amazing. I love the design of everything here. The puzzles, while obviously simple, are still enjoyable to solve, and the game is just generally well written and has a great atmosphere. But before I conclude this video, I do have a small thing to admit to. I never actually played Pajama Sam growing up. I had honestly never even heard of it until a few years ago when the YouTuber Brutal Moose brought it up in one of his videos. And after seeing the game, I immediately fell in love with it. From the art style, the animation, and the fun, stress-relieving gameplay, I felt robbed of a childhood after playing this game. And if you too have been robbed of a childhood and have never played this game before, then I do recommend that you pick this and the other Pajama Sam games up from Steam. And if you're concerned about spoilers, don't worry, I didn't even show you half of the game. Every time you load up Pajama Sam, it randomizes ever so slightly. Items are placed in different locations, different areas open up or close off, and did you see those socks strewn about the Land of Darkness? Well, they're actually part of a sock collecting minigame, which also randomizes. So even though I told you how to do certain puzzles in this video, it doesn't really matter since your experience with the game is likely to be completely different. And yeah, that about does it for Pajama Sam 1, a game that has aged exceptionally well. Especially considering that I never played it when I was a kid. Anyway, I don't think I'm that scared of the dark anymore, so I think I'm ready to go to bed now. Good night, everybody. Whoa, that was weird. I did a PC game. Let's never do that again. Thanks once again to everyone who watched the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see my last review on Simpsons Wrestling, a link to that will be in the description, because YouTube decided to remove the ability to create annotations because... My question of the day is, what were you scared of as a kid? I was terrified of witches and volcanoes. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter @TheTransHeel, and you can see my Pajama Sam fan art on my Tumblr. I've been MayRey, and I'll see you all next time.
Rust?